Yesterday, we got a news story about actor TJ Miller being charged for making a fake bomb threat while aboard an Amtrak train. This news story comes just one day after Packers wide receiver Trevor Davis was arrested at LAX airport for making a joke about bombs being in his luggage. In this video, I'm going to talk about the language of Gematria, or Gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words. And this is the number lettering system that the mainstream media uses to fabricate fake news propaganda. And let's start with the story that came out about Trevor Davis. Now, in my video about the Austin bombing hoax, which I'll put a link for in the description down below, I talked about how that ritual was centered around the number 19. It started 19 days after local radio host Alex Jones's birthday. The bombings lasted for 19 days, and then they ended 19 days before WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, we saw the return of Daniel Bryan, who was 1,919 weeks old when the bombings began. So here we are on the date of WrestleMania this past Sunday, and that's the date that Trevor Davis got arrested. Again, this was 19 days after the Austin bomber killed himself. Now in Gematria, which assigns a number to each letter relative to its position in the alphabet, Trevor Davis sums to 153 using the alphabetic order. And then if you reverse the alphabetic order so that Z gets assigned 1 and A gets 26, you get the number 144. And again, this was a tribute to the bombings in Austin, Texas. And in Gematria, this sums to the same, 153 and 144. And of course, this man's name was Davis. And using the English reduction method, Davis sums to 19. So here you see all the double-digit numbers have been reduced to a single digit by adding their digits together. So J, the 10th letter, 1 plus 0 is 1, K, the 11th letter, 1 plus 1 is 2, and so on. So just one day after the story about Trevor Davis, now we get the story about TJ Miller being arrested for making a bomb threat aboard an Amtrak. And in that same method, Amtrak sums to 19 also. Now, this isn't the first time TJ Miller has been in trouble with the law. You may recall back in the year 2016, on December 9th, Miller was arrested and jailed in Los Angeles for allegedly assaulting a driver of an Uber car because supposedly they were arguing over Donald Trump, right? And Uber also sums to 19. But let me give you a great example of what the media does and how it uses these recurring characters in their fake news stories. So think about, this arrest here, December 9th, 2016. He gets in a fight with an Uber driver over Donald Trump. This is all to stir up political discourse amongst the public. They want us to disagree with each other as much as possible. They don't want us looking up at the people who rule over us. Well, if you measure from the date December 9th, 2016, to the date that he was arrested this time, April 9th, 2018, you find it's a span of exactly 487 days. And what's interesting about the number 487? 487 is the 93rd prime number. Prime number relationships in numerology are the most significant of any relationships. And using the reverse alphabetic order, the name Miller equals 93, and it's TJ Miller here who's being used in mainstream propaganda. The word propaganda also sums to 93. Now, the day he was arrested, April 9th, this was the 99th day of the year. Now, if you follow any of my work, you know that I commonly say that the number 13 is the primary hoax code. In the language of Gematria, the number 13, when spelled out, sums to 99. Again, Miller arrested on the 99th day of the year. But what really makes this significant is also the reverse order, 117. And when you type out TJ Miller, it has the same values of 99 and 117. It's funny, too, if you look at his Wikipedia page, talking about growing up, anytime they put phrases like these in quotes, it's usually because there's gematria behind it, especially a short phrase like typical class clown. And using the reverse alphabetic order, typical class clown equals 99 in the reduction method, as seen right there. Also, the last name, Miller, equals 33. This is the other hoax code I was talking about, in addition to the numbers of propaganda. Now, the date that he actually made the bomb threat was March 18th of this year. March 18th has a life lesson number of 32. That's 3 plus 18 plus the individual digits of the year, 2 plus 1 plus 8. This sums to 32. And again, he's accused of making a bomb threat. The word bomb in the alphabetic order equals 32. And measuring from that date to the date that he was arrested was a span of 3 weeks and 2 days, just like the number 32, like the gematria of the word bomb. There's something else special about the date March 18th in regards to TJ Miller. March 18th is the 77th day of the year. And we already saw how TJ Miller equals 99. Well, TJ actually stands for Todd Joseph Miller. And if you take this name and look at the reduction method, it sums to 77, just like the day of the year that he was arrested, March 18th. Another thing the media likes to do in these stories is line up the topic of the news article, in this case, fake bomb threat. In the language of gematria, fake bomb threat equals 55 in reduction. TJ Miller was born on the date June 4th. This actually happens to be my birthday. But measuring from the date of this story to the date of his birthday is 55 days away. Furthermore, his name in reduction, his basic name, TJ Miller, this sums to 36 reduction. It just so happens that he's currently 36 years old. The 36th prime number is 151, and TJ Miller is from Denver, Colorado, which sums to 151 also. Now, I point out this number 36 because the 36th triangular number, another very important sequence to this numerology study, this is 666. If you add every number up 1 through 36, it sums to 666. And of course, 666 is the number of the beast. And in Jewish gematria, based on the Latin alphabet, the beast equals 311. And if you measure from TJ Miller's last birthday to the date of this story, it's his 311th day since that birthday. So, now one more thing that the media loves to do is code their headlines with relevant gematria numbers. So all we'll do here is copy the headline and drop it into the calculator. And using the alphabetic order, you get the number 401. Now in numerology, it's important to note that zeros are ignored. So if we take this number 401 and drop the 0, we get 41, which is the 13th prime number. And remember, 13 is our primary hoax code. This man arrested on the 99th day of the year, like the gematria of 13, matching his name gematria, TJ Miller. There's another relevant form of gematria, very relevant, called English Extended. And this cipher, it's simple to see how this is built. It just simply goes 1 through 9, and then instead of reducing the numbers, you amplify them. They go 10 through 90, 100 through 800. This most closely mirrors the ancient Greek isopsephy and Hebrew gematria charts. Anyways, in this method, this headline sums to 1,000 787. And it's this 787 that's very significant. In Jewish gematria, which we just glanced at, Freemasonry equals 787. And no, I do not believe this is just a coincidence. First of all, when I originally did this post, you can see that the article was updated at 2:23 p.m. The word Masonic in Jewish gematria summing to 223. Well, then today I come back and find that they've updated this article at 8:37 UTC. Now, I don't know why it says GMT this time. You know, this was Eastern time up here when I looked at it last time, right? Well, 8:37 UTC, or GMT as they listed here, is 4:37 New York time. Now, 4 hours and 37 minutes is 277 minutes. The word Freemasonry in reverse reduction equals 59, and the 59th prime number is 277. Again, this article updated the 277th minute of the day. However, there's actually another form of gematria that's fairly significant. On this website, my website, gematrinator.com, it's called Frank Baconis. And this is another very logical cipher. It simply alternates capital and small letters. And Freemasonry in this method even equals 277. Again, that's the 59th prime, and Freemasonry also 59. So, you know, this is just a prime example, news by the numbers, all crafted by the code. If you would like to learn more about this gematria code, please order Zachary K. Hubbard's book, Letters and Numbers, currently only available in PDF form. But this book covers it all about this language, about how the media uses it to lie to us every single day. It's truly revolutionary information that needs to be spread. And hopefully everyone who finds this video interesting can give this a visit and help spread the information themselves. If you go to gematrinator.com, I put a link to the book. This is also patreon.com, and he's also got a $5 version up on Etsy. All of these will be linked in the description below. All right, seekers of the truth, thank you for watching. God bless and have a good one.